First of all, I want to thank everyone for all the support and all the subs. Holy shit, right? Um, let's do it. Let's get into it. The fake, the frauds, and the phonies. Maybe that was a bit harsh. Yeah. I wanted to start today off with something maybe not as negative, because I feel like a lot of my content is like just really digging into people, and I don't want that to be my thing, my shtick. Some of you are here to watch stuff like that, and that's great. And trust me, that content's still coming, but because there's a ton of stuff, man, that I got lined up. Y'all have no fucking idea the stuff I have lined up to release. So, been doing a little bit of research, trying to making sure I got my facts right, because I don't want to falsely accuse anybody of anything. But it's looking like I'm on the right track here. So, yeah, that's coming. That's coming soon. So that thing is, I do have another video that I'm gonna release. I think I'm gonna release it. Many of the parties that are involved, not on the other side, but on my side of it, are just telling me to let it go. But I don't think I can let it go, man. I would have let it go if they didn't like call me out, right? Like they had the nerve to call me out. So like use my name, and people have been coming to my shit and like looking at my page and like disliking my videos on it, and then trying to get me copyright struck on YouTube. I'm not making any money on this. That shit is called fair use, bro. Right? So I'm leaning more towards releasing that, but I think it should happen in like a tier system. So I think I'm gonna drop it like right before I drop my other thing, and it's just gonna be a fucking pop, 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 like a machine gun kind of, hit. Because I think it all, like the context of everything kind of leans against each other, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna do that, and that's coming. It's coming soon. I want to really I want to make sure it's right before I drop. I don't want to be premature. Nobody wants to be premature about anything, so I want to make sure that it's that we're set up right. Now, what I do have, what I have going against me on this is that there are a lot of people that I know and I respect that are involved that I wish weren't involved, and I haven't given them the opportunity to give me their side of it, and I don't want to blindside them, so I'm going to be having some side conversations with some people about that. So that's coming too. Yeah. On a brighter note, I got hitched over the weekend, so I guess it's a good thing. All right, someone making an honest man out of me. I'm gonna try. But yeah, so on, a personal side, everything's going good. Now we're gonna get to the, my professional side, or according to some, my not so professional side, right? Of it. But I think there's a distinction that needs to be made, and I actually heard it on, and I'll put in the description below. A guy I know, he released a video, and he made a really interesting point: the difference between a paranormal investigator and a ghost hunter. And I thought that was very interesting, because I am an open-minded skeptic. I have, and I'm more I'm open-minded because I know that there's something there, right? I guess you can call that a believer, because I've seen shit and I've heard shit in my own house, and and I haven't given you all the house tour yet, but I live on, my house structure itself isn't old, but the area that I'm in has got some linkage to it. So yeah, so I do believe to a certain extent, but I'm not gonna walk into a place and be like, oh my god, and then try to just, so you get into this mode where now you're justifying your belief, right? And I think that's wrong. So paranormal investigators, to me, so my opinion, and I guess I have to make that super clear when I make these videos, that these are just my opinions. You can agree with me or not agree with me. Either way, go fuck off. I don't give a shit, right? These are my opinions, okay? Paranormal investigator goes in, conducts his investigation, and makes his determination based upon evidence. What any investigator does. Collects the evidence, analyzes the evidence, comes to his conclusion, okay? A ghost hunter is a person that is looking for, looking for the ghost and has no interest whatsoever in the evidentiary value of it, but is just looking for the ghost. And I think that the determination and the difference there is that the paranormal investigator will go to a location more than once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, because not every time you go somewhere you're going to catch something. Whereas the hunter will go and give you one shot, one kill. They're fucking snipers, right? They're going to go. If it's not it, then they're fucking out of there. They're going to on to the next, okay? So, a ghost hunter, to me, and not dissing anybody that was on the Ghost Hunter show, it's just the name of a show, people, right? Or people that call themselves ghost hunters, but they're really paranormal investigators, right? That's fine. Ghost hunters could give a fuck less about the evidentiary value of anything, right? They have a camera up and they see a piece of dust, floating around. Oh, it's a fucking ghost, So that would be the level of a paranormal investigator that does like zero training whatsoever, right? Is someone that sees a speck of dust floating around. And we have an ongoing joke in my team. Every time they post like a piece of evidence that they caught personally, I don't even look at it. I just call it dust right away, And it's gotten to the point where like I'll post something and they'll just call it dust, which I think is really, really funny, because for me, and that's probably one of the most controversial pieces of paranormal evidence, are orbs, right? It's one of the most controversial, okay? Is it dust? Is it a bug? Or is it a ghost? I have one that I'm going to share with y'all here that was actually my wife's friend. Got it on their Ring camera. So I want to play it. I also have another piece that a team member of mine caught in Gettysburg, which I thought was very interesting. So within a short amount of time, I got 2 pieces of orb evidence that I could not throw out as dust right away. I had to take like second looks at both of them. And I'm usually the first person to be like, nah, it's bullshit, right? I'm usually the one that calls bullshit on everything. But I had to take a second look. So I wanted to play it for y'all, and y'all can tell me what you think. But, to backtrack, because I think I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. The difference between paranormal investigating and ghost hunting, okay? Ghost hunting are the guys that are just going out to find the ghost. They're just going out there to find the ghost. They don't give a shit about anything else, right? They have all this equipment out, and they just want to catch that fucking disembodied voice, that full-bodied apparition. That's what they're looking for. And then you have the paranormal investigator, the one that will set up 16 cameras, the one that will have 8 video or 8 audio recorders out, the ones that'll have 30 cat balls lying around for you to kick and trip over, right? They're looking to catch the evidence. And instead of it being the full-bodied apparition, they want to correct, one piece of evidence by itself might not mean much, but 5, 6, 7 pieces of corroborating evidence could mean something. So that's what the paranormal investigator to me is. Again, my opinion is what it is, right? So let's get into these 2 clips that I want to show you, right? All right, so this first clip is from Gettysburg. This is the Todd sent this in, Cocotilo. So if you ever see him on Facebook or in the comments here, Todd was the dude that caught this. So, shout out to him for catching this. And I mean, he's one of those investigators too that like will sit there and he's got like this hawk eye. So I get a ton of stuff from him, or voices or whatever. You know what I mean? But like he'll catch like anything, everything. This was just one of those things that he caught that I thought was really good. So let's check this out. Okay, so if you look over here, this is where it starts, and it's the orb. Right, so that was interesting, right? So let's look at this. I'm gonna move that over, right? And I'll try to move this and slow it down. So maybe I'll zoom in a little bit more for you there, right? So as you can see, the orb starts its movement here, right? And then it turns into something a little bit bigger right there around the foot here, okay? Now you can see that it's moving pretty quick, right? Because I'm slowing it down super slow, but it's like it's moving faster than the camera's panning, okay? And as you can see here, like the camera was pretty still, and that thing's moving a good bit, okay? Other directions, it's not behind the leg, it's in front of the leg here, right? And then up. So there's some depth to it a little bit. There, I mean, it looks like a light almost, but I mean, if it was a light, it would have casted a shadow. I mean, maybe here, I don't know if you can see that. Is that casting like a little bit of a shadow behind the leg? So almost like it's solid, because if it was casting a shadow, it could just be the pixelation of it, right? Alright, so of course, fucking software. Here we go, right? So here, and it's transparent, so you can still see the leg behind it, right? Very strange. And I'm going to play it one more time for you guys at full speed here. Right? I mean, that's fast, bro. Yeah, I mean, that's... Holy cow. What do you guys think? Alright, so this was caught the other night. This is the timestamp of it. 2 a.m. 4/2/23, so a couple nights ago. Here we go. Right, so let's give this a play. All right, so I mean, I don't know. Doesn't seem like to be a water droplet. Could it be a piece of dust or debris? I couldn't tell you, but you can see it's coming back up here on the side. Right, that is just... Here, let's start it over. don't know, man. The way it moves is a bit strange, too. What do you guys think? Tell me what y'all think about that. That's pretty interesting.